You've definitely seen the emu, and you've probably heard that jingle 1,000 times. But what do you really know about Liberty Mutual's renter's insurance? Well, today, we're going to look past the commercials and see if they're actually the right choice to protect your stuff. So, is it all just some really clever marketing? Or does Liberty Mutual offer solid protection for renters? That's exactly what we're here to find out. We're going to dig in and figure out if this is genuinely the right move for protecting your belongings and, your peace of mind. All right, to really get what they're offering, we have to start with the absolute basics. What exactly is this insurance, and who is the company that's selling it? At its core, what Liberty Mutual is selling is a standard HO4 policy. Now, that's just the kind of boring industry name for renter's insurance. It covers your personal property, against things like theft or a fire. It protects you with liability coverage if you're responsible for an accident. And this is a part people often forget. It helps pay for a hotel if a fire or a major leak makes your apartment unlivable. Okay, here's something you might not have even thought to ask, but it's actually a huge deal. Who owns Liberty Mutual? It sounds like a simple question, right? But the answer completely changes how they operate, from the price you pay all the way to where their profits go. And this slide just lays out the difference perfectly. On one side, you've got your public companies, which are owned by shareholders who, let's be honest, want to see a return on their investment. But Liberty Mutual is on the other side. As a mutual company, it's owned by the people who buy their policies. Yeah, that means you. In theory, that's a total game changer, because their goals should be aligned with yours, not with Wall Street's. Okay, so we know they're owned by their customers. That sounds great, but what does that actually mean for you? Let's take a look at the key benefits you actually get for your money. So it's not just about covering your laptop if it gets stolen. Liberty Mutual gives you a ton of ways to customize your policy. They're famous for their discounts, especially if you bundle your renters and auto insurance together. Plus, they've got all the modern perks like a really solid mobile app and, maybe most importantly, an option that pays to replace your old TV with a brand new one, not just what it was worth used. That's a big one. So you're getting a quote online, right? And the price from Liberty Mutual pops up and it seems almost too low. And that leads to a very natural and very important question. So what's the catch here? Is the coverage secretly terrible? Well, not exactly. There are actually four main reasons they can keep their prices so competitive. Let's walk through them. First, it's that mutual structure we just talked about. No Wall Street investors demanding a cut. Second, their massive size lets them spread out risk way more effectively than smaller companies can. Third, they are just relentless about offering bundling discounts. And finally, by selling directly to you online or by phone, they cut out the overhead of a big agent network. So it's not some magic trick. It's a combination of their business model and their strategy that lets them shave costs at pretty much every step. An affordable premium is great, but it means absolutely nothing if the company can't actually afford to pay your claim when you need them to. So how financially sound are they really? It's a fair question. The entire insurance industry has been facing challenges with inflation and rising claim costs. So it's pretty smart to ask if a company offering lower prices is actually struggling behind the scenes. So what's the verdict? Well, according to the major rating agencies, we're talking the watchdogs of the insurance world. The answer is a resounding no, they're not struggling. Both AM Best and Standard & Poor's give them a solid A rating. In simple terms, that means the experts are really confident they have the money to pay their claims. They are on very solid ground. And if you need any more proof, just look at this number. With over 150 times billion dollars in assets, Liberty Mutual has a massive financial cushion. I mean, they are built to handle big disasters and pay out claims without even breaking a sweat. Okay, so they've got the money. That's settled. But here's the most critical question of all. What's it actually like when you need them? When something goes wrong and you have to file a claim, what happens then? This quote just says it all, doesn't it? You can have the best price in the world, but insurance is really just a promise on a piece of paper until you actually need to use it. The claims process is where you find out if that promise is for real. So what's the reality of it? Well, it seems to be a pretty standard story for a company this huge. If your laptop gets stolen and you have the receipt, the process is usually pretty smooth and you can do it all online. But for the bigger, more complicated claims like, say, major water damage, things can get slower and might require some back and forth. They're not exactly famous for being lightning fast, but they're not known for being terrible either. They're just a big, predictable company. Okay, let's pull all of this together. We've looked at the policy, the company itself, the price, the claims process. What's the final actionable takeaway here?
So, putting it all together, who is Liberty Mutual really for? It seems to be a perfect fit for a specific kind of renter. If you're looking for a great price, especially if you can bundle it with your car insurance, and you're totally comfortable managing things online, they are a fantastic option. You get the peace of mind of a huge brand name with the flexibility to customize your coverage.
And that's really the final question you need to ask yourself. We've laid out the facts about their structure, their pricing, and their service. Now it's about weighing that balance of cost versus experience to decide if it truly provides the value and the peace of mind that you need